Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This video is all about how to make your character look like a droid. So as you can see here, I've made this character, kind of got an HK55 look going here with the yellow and the helmet. So as you can see here, there are some armor pieces in Star Wars: The Republic that you can use to make your character look like a droid. Now unfortunately there is no playable class of a droid, but I think it's really cool that BioWare has given us a few armor sets and a few options that we can use to really give some more character to our player here. So once again, this video, when I first started playing this game, I always wanted a droid class to be in the game, and I never knew that there were actually armor pieces you could use to make your character look like a droid. And I only learned that out later on in this game. So this video is for those players who don't really know what kind of armor pieces are out there, or who don't know that they're available. And if you do know, well, then this video is probably going to be pretty useless to you, but it's more just for those new players who don't know that these armor pieces exist, and I'm just going to be going through them on the GTN, showing you guys that it's pretty cheap and you can really deck out your character. So, so getting started here quickly. Usually there are three components to armor pieces that you can use to make your character look like a droid. One component is for the arms. Usually you'll have where one arm is cybernetic, so like a completely droid arm, and the other one is normal. For the chest piece, you'll usually see some sort of gap in the middle to really emphasize the fact that it's robotic. To emphasize the fact that it's robotic. As you can see, there's really no torso here. And the third component is the legs. So once again, similar to the arms, you'll have one leg that is completely cybernetic and robotic. One sec. You'll have one leg that is completely cybernetic and robotic, and the other one that's normal. So and then for the helmet as well, great that the new subscriber reward was this HK55 helmet, which obviously is meant to look like a droid, but there are also some neat helmets that you can get off the GTN, which will work out. So let's open up the GTN here, and let's look at some cybernetic armor. So if you check out the cybernetic armor and you want the adaptive armor, you'll see that a bunch of armor pieces come out, and there are plenty. And once again, I'm on the bedroom colony, so items are a little bit limited and a little bit more expensive than they would be on the Harbinger. So I would suggest that if you want to buy these items, go to the Harbinger. You'll probably get the best prices there. So going through, once again, I would only focus on 4 armor pieces. I would focus on the helmet, the chest piece, the gloves, and the legs, and then maybe sometimes the boots if you really want to dress up your character in that way. So I would ignore everything else. Now there's the Series 615 cybernetic legs are probably the cheapest that you're gonna find on any server. They're pretty unpopular, but who knows, the look of it might appeal to you. So those are the legs, and I think here's a torso. So this is the general look of it, and this is very boxy, a primitive robot look, and I'm not too fond of it at all, but they are the cheapest. So if you're looking for the most cheapest solution to make your character look like a droid, this is the way to do it. Going through, you'll find there was a new series released with some of the newer packs, the B200 or B400 or something. Here are the boots to it. And these are also pretty cheap, but usually they can become very expensive depending upon, I guess, how people feel, how they want to sell. So here are the gloves. Let me just get the chest piece. Here's the helmet. And as you might be noticing, so this is how it looks. Once again, it's got that same feel to it where one arm is cybernetic, the other leg is cybernetic. The torso this time is full, which I don't really like. Let's try to find a better. Here we go. As you can see, there's quite a variety of them. Like this one will be different than the other legs we have. So you have a lot of options to really deck out your character. Here we go. This is one of my favorite breastplates to use, because it kind of really gives that feel of like, I don't know, your character was wounded in battle and lost both his arms or something, and they had to become robotic, as you can see here. So yeah, I think the point is that there's plenty of options on the GTN to really make your character look like a robot. Now, one tip I would give is for the helmet. If you're not fond of the HK55 helmet, or if you really just want something to cover your face, like you don't want something open like this, which doesn't really look that robotic, there are helmets that can accommodate that. Um, there's helmets like this, although still don't really have that robotic look. My favorite one is this one. Really gives that robot look to it. The cybernetic feel, or what I've seen some players do is, hopefully it's available on this server. Yes, okay. What I've seen some players do is use the Revenite Pursuer helmet, which really does look like a robotic helmet, and it can be great to use in combination with the other cybernetic armor pieces to make your character look like a robot. So as you can see here, this is a very old armor set, one of the more popular ones. It completely makes your torso disappear, really gives you that robotic look, but very expensive. So you know, it wasn't expensive back in the day when I first got it, but they're pretty expensive now. But yeah, so that is how you can make your character look like a droid. And definitely one of my most favorite armor pieces in the game. I use you know, one of or two of these armor pieces on almost every single one of my characters, just because for those of you who are really into role playing or really into developing your character and having him go through the story and giving him a backstory or whatever, like, you know, it's really fun to just, you know, give him some cybernetic pieces and you know, have some sort of story behind that. I guess also it's just really cool to make him look like a droid. I know that's one of my favorite things to dress up my characters with. So I hope this video helped. That is how, for any of you new players out there who may not know, you can make your character look like a droid. See you guys in the next one.